So, I was just out on the internet and you know how those things recommended for you pop up for whatever reason. There's all kinds of tests out there. If you guys have never explored them, you should just briefly take a few minutes out of your time to do it. They're tests like, are you a sociopath? Are you a psychopath? Interesting thing about that was, the first one I took, are you a psychopath? I had no idea why she killed her sister. They don't give you time. I'm smart, so if I thought about it, I'm sure I could figure it out. They don't give you time to sit here and think. They want you to answer it fast. And if you answer correctly, you're a psychopath. I had no idea. I'm like, huh? Why are they asking this? You know? But the other one, are you a sociopath? I took. And I didn't come up with the correct tool and color. So that made me, apparently only 2% don't. So that made me a sociopath. But then I took another one, and I did come up with the correct vegetable. Okay? That made me not a sociopath. Because apparently only 2% of the population don't come up with that vegetable. See how it's bullshit? I fail one test, or I passed 2 of the tests concerning sociopath, psychopath, and then I failed one of them. So what does that tell you? It tells me they're bullshit. But they're not bullshit, see? They're not bullshit, but I don't know. I know I don't think like a psychopath, though. Now, we've already established I have problems, or I have anger issues, or I have, I don't know what you'd even call it. I obsess over people that do things. I get upset over something like my mother's schizophrenia that caused her to try to harm me when I was 23. Because if that can exist in this world, remember, she would have, I don't know, if she had hurt me, I'm sure she would have never recovered. I'm sure she would have never, she might have lost her mind completely at that moment, but I got away, okay? But what I'm saying is, that's not the same as a psychopath or sociopath. They don't care. Because there's another test that says if you care at all, then you're not that. So if you care, because they don't. A psychopath or sociopath don't care if they're a sociopath or psychopath, apparently. So if you care at all, if you go to these tests thinking, I hope I don't come up, and I did go to the thinking, oh God, I hope I don't come out, I hope I get it right or whatnot, then you're not. But I did fail that one test, the color tool test. I failed. I picked my favorite color. So on one test, I'm determined to be a sociopath. On another test, I was determined to not be a sociopath. And on one, I only took one psychopath test. And I was definitely not that, because I don't think that way. When they ask that, I'm like, huh? But apparently a psychopath will know instantly. They don't give you time. It's not like they give you, okay, come back in an hour. No. They give you a few seconds. If you don't answer correctly, then you're not a psychopath. So I'm not a psychopath. I don't think that way. I think Donald was probably a psychopath. I think he knew exactly how to get me to, and he hinted around in the goddamn tape, but he was so brilliant, and I've said this before, I had met so many just ignorant men and fucked so many, or fooled around with so many that I just, Donald just blew me away, Now, that I just didn't heed the warnings. He warned me. He said right in the goddamn tape, he was warning me. I just didn't listen. I knew he was dangerous, but I figured I could, I thought whatever, we already know what I thought. And the thing is, Joe was just too pure and too, you know, I need a combination of the two. Speaking of which, there's another test called, they call it Psychopath. They shouldn't do that. They should say, they should call it psychological test. What's your sexual type? And I'm blue. They ask you what your favorite color is. My favorite color is blue, and it does apply to me. Everything they said applied to me, so. But other people in the comments said, oh, that doesn't apply to me. You know, I picked that color, that doesn't apply to me. So there's always exceptions to everything. But not only does blue apply to me, I would want to be with a blue, you know. And I wasn't sexually compatible at all with either Joe or Donald. Joe didn't have enough. He had passion for his music, but not passion for sex. And Donald was just fucking on a million psych meds, and we'll leave it at that. I better go let his dog in. I'll just tell you quickly, Omar is amazing. He let me sleep today. I think if maybe, I don't know if animals have melatonin like we do, but I know keeping this room dark, it's different than how it was with my mom, because like I said, he used to wake my mom up and she wouldn't be. He let me sleep today. We didn't go to bed till almost 2, but I slept till 10:30. Got up, got dressed, walked him around the block a couple times for half hour total. Even though he went poo-poo fast, I still decided, well, you're out here, Larry, you might as well get in a half hour of exercise. It would benefit you and Omar. And I take my music with me, you know. And yesterday, like I said, I did 3 of those half-hour walks with him. I took my music with me only once. The other 2 times I didn't. And I look like crap because I don't put my contacts in, and I don't even think I brush my hair, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not out to impress anybody unless I am. I'm never out to impress anybody unless I am. And you can take that the way you want, you know. If I want to get all dolled up, I will. You know, so. Otherwise I won't. I had nightmares again. They weren't as bad as the nightmares where I was furious with my mom in the dream and wanted to hurt her. But I didn't do it, you know. In yesterday's dream, today's dream, first, I don't gamble, but I was gambling on horses or what, I don't know, but I wound up winning. I won like $2,200. That was awesome. They say if you win or find money in a dream, you're going to get money in real life. Yeah, dream on. Ain't going to happen. And then, of course, we went into the toilet dreams. I've looked that up. You can look it up if you want, because I don't remember what they mean. I just know I've had them. I have them all the time at certain times in my life. For a while, I wasn't remembering any of my dreams. I started remembering my dreams again. For a while, I wasn't remembering them. Doesn't mean you're not dreaming. I mean, if you really concentrate, there were times in my life where I would write down my dreams every time I woke up. And I have a whole book in my LA storage unit of a time in college when I kept track of all my dreams. But I do know that I'm a person who pretty much regularly has the toilet dreams. And what toilet dreams are, I forget what they represent. I'm sure it has to do with fear or chaos in your life or distress or whatnot. I forget, but I do have those regularly. And they're horrible. You're in public bathrooms, and you can't sit down because the toilet's overflowing, or you know, or it's disgusting. And last night's dream was something happened to the toilet, and then I wound up. It wasn't really my fault, but nevertheless, I was down on my hands and knees in a public bathroom, cleaning up period blood off of the floor. And I have done that before. took when I was in the shelter, you know, and sometimes you'd find, people would leave blood. When you're a woman, you can accidentally get blood on the floor. It doesn't mean you're a pig. But when you have your period, just like in your own house, you can. But you have to clean it up, and I will clean it up even in a public bathroom. But in the dream, it was different. It was like I was a fucking maze. Like I was outside the actual stall. It was all going down, and then somebody came up who was supposed to be a friend and who had an infrared light that was supposed to find more of the period blood or something. I don't know. It was pretty bizarre dream as that goes, but at least Norma let me sleep 8 hours. I slept more than 8 hours, and I slept just because I keep this room dark. It's a pain in the ass to do, but it's worth it. I want to be in the pitch dark. I want to just fall into oblivion and be in the pitch dark. And I'm not afraid. I'm afraid of life and people, but I'm not afraid. Omar is. Omar can't stand if we get up to the bathroom. He doesn't want to even jump down. I have to pick him up. He doesn't want to jump in the dark. I don't blame him, but I like it pitch dark. I've never had this in my life. I believe it's important. I like it. I do. I like it. I slip into oblivion, and I know it's going to benefit me, my melatonin and whatnot. It's pitch dark. I cover my computer lights. I cover everything. It's pitch black dark. You can't even see your hand in front of you, and that's how I want it. And it helps Omar sleep longer too, because he used to wake my mom up. And he would wake my mom up even if she went to bed late. So you can say, well, it's, she was waking your mom up. He was waking your mom up at 4 or 5 in the morning when she went to bed. No, even if she go to bed at 1, or she was sometimes, and he would wake her up early. Remember, she had the living room light on, and probably there was always light in her room. For the first time in my life, I'm 45 years old, I'm sleeping in pitch black darkness, like everybody should. You shouldn't have a radio on, you shouldn't have a night light, you shouldn't have anything. And I love it. I love sleeping in the pitch dark. It doesn't scare me. Like I said, outside world scares me. There's another gunman. Like I said, I don't seek these things out. MSN things pop up. There was another gunman somewhere. I guess he killed 6 people somewhere, and I don't know. But I'm just saying, people out there scare me. Okay? Joe thought that maybe my shelter friend was not a psychopath, but a psychic, one of those psychic vampires. I don't know. Who knows what she was? All I know is I did not answer that question correctly. If I had thought about it, because I'm smart, if you think about it, they don't give you time to think about it. Okay? That one, I had no idea why. But I didn't have time to think about it. I'm sure if I thought about it, I would come up with the answer eventually. They give you seconds. And apparently if you think like a psychopath, you come up with the answer just like that. And I didn't. I think I was actually horrified. What do you mean? This is what happened. What, she killed her sister? What'd she do that for? I didn't come up with the answer. A psychopath would. I don't think I'm a psychopath. I don't think that way. Psychopaths also have no qualms about stepping all over people and hurting people and all that, so, to get what they want. I'm not like that. I'm a free thinker. I believe I can do what I want as long as I don't hurt anybody, and I'm not worried about hurting someone just if I can offend them, I don't worry about that. But that doesn't make you a psychopath. I think I looked up the difference between sociopath and psychopath at one point, and they're kind of similar. Like I said, one of the things I did come up with sociopath. I didn't come up with the correct color and tool, but the other one I did. Oh, I took another one too, and I picked the right shape, and I took another one, and I picked the right vegetable. But the color tool, I came up with, I picked my own favorite color. I don't, you know, so one test I am a sociopath, 2 tests I'm not, and 1 test, the only test I found for psychopath, I'm not a psychopath. Not even close, because I was horrified that she killed her sister, and I had no idea why, and, you know, so... But as we've already established, that doesn't make you a psychopath. Remember, psychopaths and sociopaths, they don't care if they are either. But I told you I have thoughts. I've had low thoughts of, you know, not good thoughts of leaping off of high, you know, whatever, and I don't know. I thought Donald was my soulmate. He even understood about the thoughts. He'd had those thoughts before. He said he used to sit in his class and think about, you know, stabbing his eye with a pen or something, you know. I don't like those kind of thoughts. I don't like having any of those kind of thoughts. But I don't think I could take a little pill and make them go away. Pretty much, because I've always had them, especially under stress, and I'm under a lot of stress. But as we've already established, I'm not having those kind of thoughts when men are doing certain things to me. Or when I'm, you know, I don't know. The mind's a crazy thing. But you can devise all these kind of sociopath, psychopath tests. Even if somebody gets, like somebody wrote, just because I got this right, it means I can think like a psychopath. It doesn't mean I am a psychopath. And I didn't even get the tool color one. That was weird to me. They're weird kind of tests, but apparently if only 2% get it wrong, then you definitely think differently than the average person. But I already know I think differently, and yet I did pass those tests, and one of them was, are you a strong-minded one? And I know I'm strong-minded, but I didn't pass. I passed that test in a good way. They don't want you to be strong-minded because they can associate strong mind to sociopath or psychopath, apparently, because you're not a, I don't know. I think you got to take those kind of tests with a grain of salt. Even the color one, that color did, when they described what your sexual type was, I believe that applies to me, definitely. But other people said that that's their favorite color is blah, 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 and it didn't apply to them. So none of these tests, you can't really take them. You have to take them with a grain of salt, I think. Because people are still individuals, and people are still complex creatures, and, you know... That's my take on things. There's so much out on the internet. I have my own shit to do. I could get caught up in all this crap. There's so much crap. And no matter what crap there is, even people come up with their own lists. These are the 10 most I think these are the 10 most beautiful women ever in the history of life, or whatever. And I agree. I agreed with some that he chose, and some I didn't agree with, and some I was like, "Where's Ava Gardner?" And other people said the same thing. "Where's Ava Gardner? Why wasn't she in this? Where's Brigitte Bardot? Where's Sophia Loren?" You know, I mean, and that was his choice of 10. Okay, and the same thing with the people will come up with these lists, and people say they disagree, but that's what makes the world go around. We don't agree on anything, and that's good. And this one guy was like, "This is the most beautiful woman ever existed, blah, 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 whatever." And she was from a long, long time ago. I went and looked up the name for the hell of it, and to me she was okay. But she, you know, so everyone has a different idea of everything. You know. But it's funny when you go out on this internet and you find all these things because people get mad. Why didn't you include so-and-so? And then you have to understand this is their personal thing. This is their personal thing. It's their personal, whoever they think's the most beautiful at the moment or most beautiful in history. And nobody's ever going to agree completely with anybody's list. That's what makes the world go around. And like I said, I don't seek these things out. They pop up. And sometimes I think, oh, I'll just look at them for the hell of it. You know. But to me, it's all arbitrary. It's just, I don't know. But the tests are fascinating, I have to admit. And I obviously didn't want to come up as a sociopath or psychopath, you know. So in the one I did come up as a sociopath, I go, well, you know, it's strange to me. But then other ones I passed, and I didn't pass them because, I don't know, you know, I didn't pass them because I was trying to. I just did what it said to do. The same with the color and the tool, but I did not. Apparently, I did not fall into the 2% who get it, who picked that. I don't know. It's crazy. It's all fucking crazy to me. I just want to get laid again. You're a broken record, Laura. No, because I don't want to get laid again. I want to get laid again by a man who would pick blue. Blue, or there's another one. Another one's really, another one I wouldn't mind either. Another color. But some of the colors, if men fell into that category, I wouldn't want to be with them in a million years, okay? Definitely not. But blue or whatever, but I definitely would want to be with a blue. Based on what that says a blue is, anyway. And there were some colors, if that was your favorite color and you fall into that sexual category, I would never want to be with you. Particularly, no, I wouldn't, not at all, and I wouldn't, especially not now when I haven't had sex in 6 years, so a blue would be just what the doctor ordered, baby. Do you want to know what I'm talking about? Go out. It's called, they abbreviated, I don't know why it's stupid, Psycho Test and what's your sexual type. Your sexual type or whatnot. It means what kind of sexual type are you? I don't know. Whatever.